Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. Let's talk Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6, Episode 5. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I think that's what it was called. If you're brand new to the channel, I break down TV shows and pop culture one video at a time, interjecting my thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every video. So, if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, y'all, thumbs up the video, all that good stuff. So, this season, y'all know the season is not seasoning. It's just not good. The show was on its last leg, but let's go ahead and talk about this anyways, y'all. So, it starts off with Stormy. Stormy is at her warehouse. She is having a company meeting. What I gather from this episode is that Stormy's a bad boss. That's what I got out of this. So, she's having this meeting. There are 4,000 to 5,000 orders in the rear. That's not good. Her people are telling her that they need more help. And she's like, no, we'll think about getting more help when the productivity increases. Am I the only one that didn't make sense to? We'll think about getting y'all more help when the productivity increases. We're telling you we need help because we're 4,000 to 5,000 orders in the rear. Like, Stormy. Like, I was like floored at this. So then she starts crying because she doesn't want to, like, I guess, come down on them. She doesn't want to have to boss. Girl, if you are 4,000 and 5,000 orders in the rears, you and Courtney should have your asses in there packing up boxes with everybody else. So then they're like, if we get down to needing more labels, when we get down to 2, you should be, y'all should be letting us know. Y'all not in there checking your own inventory? Come on, Stormy. Come on, Stormy. Come on, you have to be, I refuse to believe this is actually how you are running this. I'm going to refuse to believe this. So then we get a meeting with Melody. This seemed very produced, very scripted, very theatrical, very performative, if you will. But we get this meeting with Melody. So she's sitting down and her people are like, yeah, we're going to pitch this movie. We want you to star in it. Yeah, and we want you to head over and, you did New York Fashion Week, but I'm picturing you in Dubai and Milan, and I'm going to pitch my contacts over there. And I'm like, this is doing a lot. I just felt, to me, the scene just seemed scripted and very overly produced. But it was put in here so we can know that Melody is busy, right? Mel is busy. Mel is booked and busy. We know that already. We know that. We get that. We understand that. I don't think anybody doubts that, okay? So we pan over to Tisha and Marceau. So they are hosting an event where they have Slutty Vegan, who we all know. I want to say Slutty Vegan, did it start in Atlanta? I know they're big in Atlanta, but it's a vegan restaurant owned by Pinky. So they had this event outside of Black with Slutty Vegan came. They're trying to pitch to the sales director that they should come and work, come and open up a place here in Huntsville. And Tisha wants to be the one to broker the business because she is a broker now, real estate broker. And then for Marceau, who is a contractor, so it'll just be a wham bam double bag for them. So Maurice and Kimmy come and they start talking about the expo, okay? This Black Business Expo that Tisha wants to put on. So Maurice and Kimmy are still asking a lot of questions about it, as they should. We want to know the breakdown of it, because it does come across as y'all event, because y'all picture is on there. It's coming across as y'all event, but y'all want us to help y'all put on y'all event with no payment, no nothing out of it. So in the confessional, Tisha's like, well, I thought that they were going to be more on our side. I need them to be more Team Scott. They're acting like the Holtz, and maybe maybe Kimmy's around Mel too much. They're not giving what we want and all this other type of stuff. And honestly, it just made them sound stupid. It made Tisha and Marceau sound stupid. So what they want is blind loyalty. They want people to just pop up and say and just do whatever they want them to do to help them out, but y'all don't want to pay. Y'all don't want to do anything like that. So it was stupid. So Maurice's like, it just sounds like y'all are just using us. Marcel said, definitely. And we're not paying anybody. We're not paying anybody at all. Kimmy then brings up, when people are on different levels, she's basically saying Melody has been getting paid for doing this stuff y'all are asking her to do for free. Tisha gets defensive. We're all on different levels. Yes, y'all are on a different level of stardom than y'all were when y'all were the comeback group. So you should fully understand that money is going to have to be exchanged for a lot of this stuff, or somebody's going to have to, get some of the profit from this event. But Tisha and Marcel are like, this is our event. If y'all want to help out, you can. If y'all don't, but we're not paying anybody to do anything. I said, okay. Marcel meets up with Martel. So they got a little barter going. Marcel is going to help Martel because he keeps failing this contractor license. And Martel is going to help Maurice by personal training him, I guess, to help him get back into the 2018 body that he wants to get back into. So Martel brings up the meeting with the Expo and says, so how do you think the meeting with the Core 6 went? And they're like, Marcel was like, oh, that's where we are. Well, shit, y'all made it very clear that we were not the comeback group. So, yeah. So, Martel is worried about everybody working together. Marcel was like, we're not really working together. I think in Marcel's eyes, they would all be assigned to do different things. They would be working on those different things. So, it's really not like we're working together. We're just working at a joint place. So what Marcel is saying makes sense, but Martel wants to be messy. So he's like, when did Tisha and Mel get back cool? Why they back cool? Marcel was like, maybe they just agreed to move on and stop all the bull. And Martel is like, that's weird, right? Ain't that weird to y'all? That's not weird. Like, I'm shocked. And it's like, Martel, you are just face it. You liked it better when it was Melody versus the entire cast. The fact that her and Tisha are back cool, he can't stand it. It's giving a little weirdo. So Marcel was like, they decided to just move on from it and coexist. So Marcel says, look, Tisha even got invited to, Mariah and Malia's party. Now it makes sense to me because isn't Marcel and Tisha's daughters, aren't their kids friends with the Holt kids? I think Mariah and what's Tisha's daughter, Macy, aren't they like close enough in age? They're friends. It makes sense for her to be invited. So Martel then goes on to say how, it's weird where, I didn't get invited and I feel like I should be able to celebrate my kids on their special day and we should do things jointly. Y'all should be able to do that. In a perfect world where y'all had an amicable divorce, you would be able to do that. But this is a situation where y'all didn't have an amicable divorce. Y'all have been fussing and fighting. I think at this time of filming, isn't Martel filing for full custody? Like, it's a lot of stuff that is transpired that makes sense why y'all are not having joint birthday parties and stuff like that. So Marcel was like, I can't give you any advice. You need to ask, Big Lou about that. Louis, who has a child from another marriage. He has that type of advice. He said, but I don't see a world where if me and Tisha were divorced, where we would not, where I would say, you can't see your mom, you can't see your dad. But I haven't been following this divorce, but I don't think that is what, I don't think that's what Melody's doing. You know what I mean? I don't think. I could be wrong. I probably am because I don't follow everything that happens with these people outside the show. So Martel is then saying that Melody doesn't want people to know that they are getting along. Melody doesn't want anyone to know that they're cool and that, they're cordial with each other. She wants to keep up this front. And I think that's all in Martel's head. to be honest, I think that's all in his head. So He then feels that he should be invited to everything that is involving their kids, special days, school things, whatever the case. You should be invited to school events and stuff like that. But I feel that if Melody is having a birthday party for the kids and it is on her day or her week with the kids or whatever, you can also do something special with the kids later. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But again, I am not a child of divorce. I am not divorced and have children. So I don't really know how that works. I know that growing up, I did have a couple friends whose parents were divorced. And I do remember them kind of having, some of them had a joint thing where both parents would come together. But there were some who their parents did not get along. And they definitely had two different birthday parties, two different type of birthday events. So I think it goes either way. But what happened later was abysmal and did not need to happen. And Melody was dead ass wrong for what she did. So we then get to Stormy and Courtney. So they're having a meeting with Junior. Now, apparently Stormy's company, all her workers, they are all, her workers are all friends and family, right? So, because her workers are all friends and family, I think Stormy has a problem with differentiating when the friends and the family part turns off and now I'm your boss. So I feel like her biggest issue is she probably didn't treat any of those people like employees. She treated them like friends and family, and we're all going to hang out and then I want y'all to come in and do all this work. And you gotta have that clear cutoff, that clear separation, the clear boundary, and I don't think Stormy had that. So the issue is Junior, who is Stormy's cousin. Apparently they grew up like brother and sister. Stormy feels that their energy is off. Now, my thing is, if he is doing what he is supposed to be doing via work, why does it matter what your energy is? That was my biggest question. That was my biggest issue with that. If he's coming in and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing and he is the production manager and stuff is well, clearly he's not because there are 4,000 and 5,000 orders out. But if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing to the best of his abilities, why does it matter what your energy is like when you come to the office? Y'all aren't there to be friends. Y'all aren't as cousins in that capacity. Y'all are employee and boss. So Junior feels that Courtney rides him, and Courtney was like, hell yeah I do, cause you be late. And he was like, I don't be late. I come in and we have a 5-minute grace period. I punch in at 8:05. That is still on time. Courtney is like, but why would you want to come at 8:05? And when I tell you, this entire scene made me so thankful that I do not punch a clock. I'm salaried, so it really don't matter how much we work or what time I start, because my check is going to be the same on the 15th and the 30th. But I remember the days of punching the clock and how annoying and how tedious it is to have somebody breathing down your neck like that. So he's coming in at 8:05. Is it late? Yeah, it's late. But this is not like a office either. This isn't like a corporate setting. They're in a warehouse. So if he comes at 8:05, tell his ass to stay till 5:05. You know what I mean? I feel like you want it to be friends and family, then you should be a little more lenient. And this is just my opinion. You can be a little more lenient on that. He said, well, you can't help traffic, which you can't. So then they were like, well, you should wake up early and head to work. That bothered me too, because just say that you do wake up early enough and there's a damn freeway, like a semi rollover on the freeway. Or if there was like a big accident, or there's anything can happen that can cause you to be late. But the end of this, it ends up turning into Courtney and Junior going back and forth. Well, you be on your phone. I ain't the only one on my phone. Yes, you are. Everybody be on their phone. I only see you. It was a bunch of back and forth that resulted in him getting fired. And this is what got me confused. You just said that y'all are 4,000 and 5,000 orders in the rears. You got to get all this stuff for your vendors. You have to do all this stuff for like the stores that you're going to be going to. You're going like Stormy's in box, big box stores. So you have all these issues, but you fire the production manager because he gets to work at 8:05 and your energy is off. Bye, Stormy. By Stormy. So they fire him, and then it's like, okay, but we'll see you at the house sometime later this week. Pointless scene. Complete pointless scene. Was Junior really a worker? Because it's given we need something to put on the show right quick. So then we get to the birthday party. Martell walks in. Now, this is the party that Melody is throwing for Mariah and Malia. Their birthdays, I think they said like about a week or so apart. So this bothered me too. So Melody has this party. She did not want Martell there. Martell walks in. He didn't come in with no gifts. He didn't have a card. He didn't have nothing. Not even a balloon or a flower to give either one of his daughters. He comes in, looked like he was not going to be on any bud, but it's Martell, so who knows? And Melody immediately comes flying over and was like, let me talk to you outside. So they are in the vestibule. And they're talking, and it's, well, I need you to leave. You need to throw your own party. Have you ever thrown your kids a party? I'm the one throwing the party. I'm throwing the party for my daughter. You can throw the party for your daughter. And I'm like, well, I didn't like how Melody said to my daughter, because, like, that's both of y'all's daughter. Here's the thing. Melody is saying that, according to the visitation that is outlined on the court website, odd years are with the mother. She is having a party for the girls right now. She then tells Martell, even though it is my week, my time with them, you can have them later to celebrate with them. It really should have been deaded there. First, Martell should have been invited to the party, sure. But in the event that, again, because they did not have an amicable divorce and they are really going through a custody battle right now, I think it makes sense for them to do it separately. The commotion that Melody caused shouldn't have happened. You really could have just let him come in, speak to the kids, and then you could have put him to the side and said, look, you know that this is my week with the girls. You can come pick them up. I'll drop them off later, but this is my time with the kids. And it could have been squashed like that. But it turns into this huge back and forth where you want to call the police. And Martell is saying, she's called the police on me before. So now Miss Van is involved and he's screaming at her mama, which I was like disrespectful. And then I don't know who the other lady was. Like, it turned into a huge thing. So Martell goes in, speaks to all four of his kids, wishes his two daughters a happy birthday, and then we see him leave. Martell, you could... I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people are going to blame Melody for this and say that Melody should have, let him stay and all this other stuff. Martell knew good and goddamn well why he was showing up too. Martell came in there wanting to cause a scene, wanting to cause a commotion. He knew what he was doing. Both their answers were wrong. But at the end of the day, if it is Melody's weekend with them kids, and Melody's time with them kids, and she is offering to let you just see the kids later, Martell, you could have took that. Because it's not like you came to celebrate with them kids anyways. You came out of spite because you found out that Tisha got invited. That's all that was. So Melody is talking to Tisha and Kiki, and Tisha was saying how Kiki was shocked that she was there. And Melody was like, nope, me and Tisha have made amends, Kimmy brought us back together. They're agreeing to be cordial. We can coexist because if we keep on fighting the way that we're fighting with this show, we're going to lose all our viewers and then we're going to lose our bag, basically. So then Melody asked, did y'all have a come to Jesus after the spa? Kiki said, yeah, everything came together cool. But you know what? Tiffany rubbed me the wrong way because that was like new and kind of out of left field. Melody said, well, I'm glad you brought that up because now I plan on having an event where we are going to learn to communicate respectfully. So she wants to have this etiquette like tea class. And everybody agrees to do that. Bada bing, bada boom. Kiki said, well, she's not feeling the respectfulness from Tiffany, who, I mean, Kiki, nobody liked Tiffany, so you ain't alone in that. And that was pretty much the episode. Not a lot. I feel like it was a big build up, like it was going to be this huge blow up between Martell and Melody, and it's going to be a big chaotic scene. It wasn't. It was to the side. It was in the vestibule. It was maybe 2-minute clip, if that. Why are we still watching the show? Why are we still watching the show? Let me know what you guys thought about the episode down below. If you have not already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video. I appreciate all of the support, and I will catch you guys in the next one.